So got a good night's sleep. But then when I woke up, I realised that I've almost nothing that's dry anymore, and this is all really to do with my stupidity and the river, other than the things I'm wearing. So for Inverness, rather than another night's wild camping, I've booked in at a place called Castleview Hostel. It seems to have reasonably good reviews. The main thing is that there's a bed and a shower, and warmth, I should think, so hopefully I can get some things dry. So that's the wild camping adventure over. Inverness this evening, then train a bit afternoon tomorrow. So I've come down off the Slocht. Not very glamorous, not like Drummochta Pass for sure. I'm now at a little one of these wee service places where they sell hamburgers and tea and everything, just outside Tomatin. Or Tomatin, not sure how it's pronounced. And every time I think about Tomatin, I think about Ian Mackenzie, who comes from here. In fact, I think his dad worked in the whiskey distillery. So I always think of Ian. He died, it must be 10 years ago, of stomach cancer. And as Gisela helped him at that time, and he died with incredible sense of dignity and surrender. And so I always feel I've been given an extra 10 years. You know, he was not that much older than me when he died. He was maybe 50 at the time. So where I am, I'm just sipping some coffee, which is actually quite nice, watching the swallows and the swifts fly with incredible acrobatic skills, so close to the road, to the surface of the road, just flitting up and down, flying very close to me, in fact, like 6 feet away, even closer, like a bat. They're beautiful, the kind of purpley, dark blue colour, just surfing the waves of the wind, and such aerodynamic skill. They're amazing things. Oh, I've no idea how far I am from Inverness now, but 20 miles, thereabouts. Oop, here's another one. Hopefully going to see Culloden. It's on the way. Maybe pop into the centre. It certainly should feel bleak and cold enough to visit Culloden on a day like today. So I'll finish the coffee and then I'm off. Sandalled feet numb in the cold drizzle. I kept my mind occupied by recounting out loud the tale of each day, tangling myself in the chronology and geography, finally unravelling the puzzle of impressions into a linear map-like story. How could so much happen in 10 days? And as I pushed and pulled the pedals, this tale continued to spin along. A few miles from Culloden, on a terrace of dinosaur-limbed beech trees above the River Nairn, I stopped at the Clava Cairns, 4,000-year-old bleached stone houses of the dead, contemporaneous with the Crannogs at Loch Tay, with an ancient Caledonian forest stretching across the highlands, and with the wolves and the wild boar. I waylaid a couple of brothers from Glasgow there. We'd talked earlier from the saddle. They were cycling the North Coast 500 and wild camping all the way. They spoke so eloquently about the simple joy and freedoms of pitching their tent somewhere new every night.
I'm Oliver.
Hello, Oliver.
It's Larry. Is it recording? Yeah.
It is recording.
Yeah,
I mean, as I say, if you don't want it to, it's
No,
absolutely
it's fine now. It's like,
That's fine.
Okay, so
started.
okay, well, just two very, very simple questions then. Why are you doing this?
So we both live in Glasgow.
Yeah.
And we're brothers.
Okay.
And we were planning to cycle the North Coast 500 in May.
Yeah.
In the lovely sun, as it was, which was also in the middle of lockdown, which couldn't
nice,
happen.
wasn't it? Yeah.
And Laurie was actually supposed to be going for like a 2-3 month cycle tour in Mexico.
Oh wow.
Which was also not happening.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, Laurie just was like, why don't we just do the North Coast 500 anyway, but start and end in Glasgow.
Brilliant. So how much time have you given yourselves to do this as well?
About 2 weeks, roughly.
Just 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Just over 2 weeks.
how have you found the experience of wild camping?
Fine. I've done a little bit of it before with cycling and wild camping, and I think what's nice about doing wild camping is that you don't have to rush, because you don't have to feel like you have to be anywhere particular.
Yeah.
And you just kind of take your time, and you can just choose a nice spot. And, obviously, the only downside of that is if you're struggling to find somewhere nice, and you don't, and you kind of hesitating whether to stop or whether to carry on and try and find somewhere better.
Because it may be just over the brow of the next hill. Something is just perfect. Yeah,
exactly.
Have you felt self-conscious? I have felt really quite self-conscious sometimes about it. I don't know how you felt.
In what respect?
In the sense of, well, here I am. Also because there's a lot of so-called dirty wild campers around just now at Lochmorlich and places. You know, the kind of guys who they leave the rubbish, they get really drunk. So I feel we're slightly being tarred with that brush.
I've never.
Yeah, I've not really.
Oh, good. You clearly don't have a guilty conscience.
We're responsible.
Campers.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think, there's just something really fun about, like, our tent's pretty small, and we can just, like, it's such a small amount of flat space we need to spend the night.
And it's a cosy space.
It's so nice to travel like that, because for me, not going anywhere, like eating and sleeping, is just like expensive and generally stressful.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just like, sometimes you're in like absolutely stunning spots, other times you're in basically a back garden, but it's kind of fine either way. Well. And there's just something really satisfying about having everything packed up, and you can just.
Almost a nomadic sense, isn't there? There's a sense of freedom to it, in a sense.
Yeah,
which is
I mean,
really
I think it's pretty hard to like travel this unplanned in any other way.
Yeah.
I guess if you're walking, but then like the distance, places you can go is a bit more limited.
Yeah.
But like you can really just cycle off in any direction, and when you feel sleepy, just start looking for a flat bit. And
lovely. Yeah, sounds very much like my experience as well. But you're doing it more quickly. Like you're going 80 miles a day or something, probably, are you?
No, I think more like 60.
60.
That's still a fair old whack, I'm deliberately going quite slowly because I'm taking lots of sounds as well. I was in Cairngorm taking lots of sounds, but most of the sounds are of raindrops, which, you can get that anywhere.
Earlier, I don't know if you cycled through the bit that was just like silver birches and moorland.
Oh, if I had followed Route 7, I might have been going that way.
So that was amazing.
Was it?
That was just like wind in the birch trees.
Oh, lovely.
Sounded really good.
Beautiful.
But
okay, well, look, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I'm intrigued. I make prints as well. So I'm
do you really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
I'm intrigued to see. What kind of printmaking do you do?
It's just lino cut prints.
Lino, nice.
Yeah. I've got a website called Narrative Arc. It was arc with a K.
Okay.
Because a lot of what I do has a kind of narrative arc to it in a sense. So that's where you would find me. So what's your second name, just so I could find Prince
Pitt. Oliver Pitt.
Oliver Pitt. As in Pitt the Younger, as in...
Yeah.
In this instance, you are Pitt the Younger, in fact.
I am, yeah.
All right. And on that note...
All right, cool, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. All the best.